And this eHallpass training is for National Trail teachers using eHallpass. And I'm going to start from the beginning. Basically, just so you know, this is really a student-driven pass system. It's not something you do a lot for. It's more that you just approve things. So first of all, to get into eHallpass, you do not have any email and password login. You just click the Google sign. So again, just click a Google sign and then pick your National Trail account and you will be logged into eHallpass. And this is very much the same dashboard that you will see. It might be a little bit different because I'm an administrator, but this is the basics of what it looks like. Just to start from up top, this makes it so that you get a notification. In fact, you get that notification whenever a student requests something of you in eHallpass. And I would recommend leaving it like that. If you hit that, it's silenced and you won't get notifications. Notifications are when a student puts in a request for a pass. And basically, you can leave this open on your phone, you can leave it up on your PC, you can leave it up on your iPad, whatever is most convenient for you so that you will see anytime somebody asks for a pass. Now, here's the thing. Right now, I have it set on my pass, which means I'm only going to see anytime somebody asks for a pass, and I'm going to approve it right here where it says no items available right now. I can also see all the passes in the buildings. So that would show me every student from every class that has a pass, which allows me to see maybe if there's somebody in the hallway or somebody in the bathroom already that I know I have a student that probably would be best not to send them down there at the same time. I know that they're down there. And I also would know, hey, there's already 4 people down there in the bathroom. I'm not going to send you right now. Ask me in 5 minutes and then I'll send you down there. You can also see appointments if there's any appointments scheduled for today, or people waiting confirmation for an appointment. That's what these kind of do. And you leave your screen right there on My Passes. And I'll go ahead and request a pass so you can see what that looks like. Now this is what a student's screen looks like, and they will set up their favorites up here, which would be anybody that they have as a teacher. So they would just say, they click on the teacher, and then they say, well, they want to go to where? And I'm going to say they want to go to also one of their favorites down here. I want to go to the upstairs boys bathroom. So they just click on me and the bathroom and they hit submit on their screen. And they'll have those favorites. They're immediately going to see that how long they've been waiting. They can cancel the request. In 5 minutes, the request will be canceled. So if you haven't said yes in 5 minutes, it's just going to go away. Now on my screen, you heard that ding. It automatically comes up that I've got a student. It's a test student, it's called example student, waiting to go to the bathroom. He's had no passes today. That's a 0 right there. If anytime a student requests a pass, you immediately see how many he's had today. So if you've had somebody who's had 2 or 3 passes today, maybe you don't want to give the pass. But basically, all I would have to do is either hit cancel or approve. Again, I could look to see if anybody else has got a pass. Nobody does, so I hit approve. And it immediately turns green, and on their screen, it turns green as well and starts counting how long they've had the pass. The idea is as soon as they see green, you've said they can go, they head down to the location that they said they were going to, and then when they get back and you see them in the room, by the way, it goes from green to yellow after 5 minutes and then red after 10. So on my screen, as long as I see as green on my iPad, I know that I haven't been out that long. When it turns yellow, it's a visual, hey, you might want to see where the student's gone to because he's been out longer than maybe would be normal. And when it's red, it means they've been out an extremely long time, assuming that a round trip path like the bathroom or the water fountain should always be less than 10 minutes. When they get back in the room, I just hit the end keep button. So that's it for my responsibility. I approve and I end passes. On their side, they would show that they just got done and they were out of the room for 55 seconds. And now if they were to ask for another pass, if they hit create pass again and wanted to go, now they want to go to the water fountain, for instance. Do I have that as an option? There we go. They want to go to the water fountain and they hit submit Again, they requested, I hear the little ding, and now I see they've already had one pass today. You can see the benefit of that. It allows us to know how many times they've been out of classes that particular day. It also lets us see, hey, is anybody else in the hallway that maybe should be deconflicted with this particular student? And if I decided, hey, you can only have one pass a day, cancel, it just closes, and on their side, you see that it just got canceled, and that's it. And I tell my students, hey, if you ask for a pass, I might cancel it because there's too many people down there. You can feel free to ask again, but if I cancel you a second time, you should probably give up because I'm not going to let you leave the room that day. And I may just say that in class, hey, you've had enough passes today, you don't need to ask again. So the next kind of pass is called the teacher pass or proxy pass. In other words, I'm going to make it for someone else. It basically works exactly the same way. If you want to be able to send someone and they don't have their device out and you just want to send them real fast, you know that somebody has to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go ahead and say Smith, and there's a J on the end there. I want to send Dylan Smith to the office. Needs to talk. I can go ahead and do that. I hit submit and it starts right away. I've got a pass in the system that they're coming to the high school office at that point. You can see I've got some fast ones set up in here. These are the quick locations that are already set up. And that's a teacher pass, and that's just so, hey, I want to send them out. They don't have to request it. I'm going to send them maybe to the bathroom, wherever. The last kind of pass is called an appointment pass, and that's for a student to go from any location to any other location other than right now. So you would make a future appointment. So if you wanted a student to come to your class during intervention, if you wanted to come during lunch period, if you wanted them to come during a certain time when they know they have free, that's what an appointment pass is. So I go to appointment pass, and basically I pick the student, the date and the time, where he's coming from, where he's going to, and what the repetition is. So that's obvious. You just click on it and you pick a date. Period is not required, but you can pick a specific period that it corresponds to. You click and you put time. It's not required if you do period, but you can put the time in there. Where they're coming from. You can just say from and leave it just like that if you want them to come to you. But if you know where they're going to be at, for instance, if you know they're in the cafeteria right then, I can just go ahead and say, hey, they're going to be coming from the middle school cafeteria to me. And then you can either say no repetition, or you could say every day they're going to come down here Monday through Friday at this time to me during their lunch because they're getting lunch detention, or I'm just letting them have lunch with me. I can have it weekly, which means the same day of the week that I'm setting up the initial appointment on. So if I do it for today, it would be every Tuesday. Or monthly. If I did monthly, it would be that same day of the month, every single month. And then you can put a reason in there, coming to lunch detention for a week, whatever it is. And when you hit submit, it gets added down here to, and you can see all these appointments have already happened. Some of them have been missed. Some of them are future, like this is a future appointment during intervention to leave Mr. Schlam's room to go to Miss Laird's room. When that happens, they'll basically just accept them. So when that happens, when that time comes around, on my dashboard, it'll show that appointment and I would hit accept and the student's in there. So any teacher can send someone to anyone else, but it will show up on your dashboard if they're coming to you, just like it will show up on your dashboard when they're leaving you as well. And that way we all know where all the students are all the time. That's pretty much it. You just approve them and end them on this page. And then the only other thing I've ever done is an appointment pass for them to be able to go somewhere else at a specific time. And that's the eHallpass.